and start it off here, guys. So there are 3 Alabama quarterbacks that could possibly be starting in the NFL here in the 2021 season. Obviously, we got Tua, Hurts, and Mac Jones. So, Colin, since you are on my left side here first, I'm going to kick it to you first. Out of those 3 Alabama quarterbacks, who is going to have the best season this year?
Well, Mac Jones, I don't think is going to have much of a season. I think the Patriots will do a good job of keeping him, out for a year. I think if you went with career, I would probably go with Mac Jones just because Bill Belichick's going to be his coach. I think this year it'll be Tua that has a better year than Jalen Hurts. Just because I think that Miami is going to have a better team than Philadelphia. I think Tua is a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts. I think that Jalen Hurts is not the answer in Philly, and they're going to find that out quick in Philadelphia. I don't think he's their starting quarterback beyond week 6.
So you said Tua is going to have the best season?
Yes.
Okay, why? Let's kick the question over to you here. We have 3 Alabama quarterbacks here in the NFL poised to make starts here in the 2021 season. Who's going to have the best season?
Is Jalen Hurts actually an Alabama quarterback, though? I think I would consider him Oklahoma.
Well, he played in the Alabama national championship, but yeah, I mean, I would consider him Oklahoma quarterback, I guess, but Bama for this conversation.
I agree with Combs. I think not just because Tua has a better set of wide receivers around him. I think a better defense set around him. A better at the moment, because I'm not saying Mac Jones will play. At the moment, I think of him and Jalen Hurts, he has a better coaching staff. And like Combs said, I don't think Mac Jones will play much this year. He might get in for a couple of games. I don't see that happening much. And then Jalen Hurts just legitimately doesn't have anything around him. So, he's just not going to succeed. I think they're a bottom 5 team in the league this year. And I hate that because, I like Philadelphia, but I just don't see much success coming from there.
Nobody likes Philadelphia.
Because he has friends.
Even the people in Philadelphia don't like Philadelphia.
That's true. That's true. But no, I mean, I think it's Tua because, like I said, Mac won't get much playing time, and Hurts might not even have a full season because of
they throw snowballs at Santa Claus. What do you think they're going to do to Jalen Hurts when he starts fumbling and throwing interceptions?
Same thing they did to Carson Wentz and Nick Foles and Doug Peterson.
So you guys both said that Tua is going to have the best season this year, but do you guys forget what happened last year? Ryan Fitzpatrick had to bail Tua out 5 games in a row. They called in the old relief pitcher there and said, Fitzmagic, come save us. Why? Because Tua was playing like complete dog shit. Let's just be flat out honest. Jalen Hurts is probably going to have the better season just because, he didn't have that relief like that cushion. And I just think Jalen Hurts is an overall better quarterback, and just Tua, there is a reason why Miami wants Deshaun Watson, because Tua is not the answer in Miami. Let's just be flat out honest. However, with that being said, Wyatt, since you are up here on the top first here, who will have the better NFL career out of those 3 guys?
I think I'm going to give the same answer. I'm not a big fan of Mac Jones. I've expressed that a lot throughout the draft process. I will say, though, of everywhere in the league he could have landed, I think he landed in the best spot for him to be successful. So I do think that helps him out a lot that he is in New England. And then Jalen Hurts, he's in a bad situation. He's just in a really bad place. I don't think that the right landing spot was there for him. And so I think Tua is in his home and in what's going to be his home for a while, unless, of course, Deshaun Watson gets put on the, trade block here and they actually make a move. Then we could possibly see something there. So at this moment, looking at it, I would have to go with I'd have to go with Tua, I think, because, there's not much else, out there for the other 2, because I think that Hurts has talent, but doesn't have the weapons and coaching staff around him, where vice versa, Mac Jones doesn't have the talent, but he's got the coaching staff and the weapons around him for him to succeed. So I think, but I think that Tua has the talent and the coaching staff and the weapons and the defense and the front office and everything to go with it. and it seems like they are genuinely trying to build around him and do things for their quarterback, unlike some other teams in the league. But that's beside the point.
And Buck, let
that's
me
a drink
fight
for
you on your Tua take here.
Okay, go ahead.
About him having he was 7-3 as a starting quarterback last year.
Yeah, well, okay.
7-3,
As
and
a
his
starting
3
quarterback,
losses
but
came to
how many
Buffalo,
times did Ryan
Kansas City, and Denver.
How many times did Ryan Fitzpatrick come in and save him in the fourth quarter?
Once.
4 times? 4
Once.
times.
No, once.
Okay.
Once against the Arizona Cardinals.
And the Chargers. And the Chiefs.
They beat the Chargers 29-21.
Yeah, because Fitzpatrick came in there and they scored like 28 points in the fourth quarter. Come on now.
I don't think that's possible.
He completed 60% of his passes in that game, Buck.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, he
With
played
the average of
against
5
Las
yards per
Vegas.
pass.
He completed 77% of his passes. Against New England, 76% of his passes. Against Cincinnati, 66% of his passes. Against the Arizona Cardinals, 71% of his passes. Like,
Okay.
I don't understand what you're talking about with Tua. Like, yeah, I understand. Look, they brought back Fitzpatrick. I didn't think they should have took Fitzpatrick out in the first place.
No, I agree
Like,
with that.
I think that Fitzpatrick was leading them to a playoff berth and probably would have led them a little further in the playoffs than Tua could have anyway.
At least made it.
But they made a mistake, and then they kept going back and forth, and that was another mistake. So I like what they're doing down there. I really do. I like what they're doing in Miami. I like what they've built. And I think that Tua, look, I don't think Tua's going to be an all-pro quarterback every year of his career. But I think he's got more of an upside than Jalen Hurts
I think
does.
he's like Phillip Rivers is about the success level I see. A guy who will be considered for the Hall of Fame, a guy who will have a good career with some winning seasons, could never get a Super Bowl, but had a good career. I think that's about where I'd put him.
So, Combs,
Fitzmagic.
After looking at his rookie year.
So, Combs, you saying that Tua has a better career out of the 3?
No, I think Mac Jones does because Bill Belichick's his coach.
And Julio Jones is going to the
I don't think
Patriots?
he'll be his coach much longer, though. I would absolutely say that, too, because Bill Belichick is the GOAT coach. But I just don't. That's what I worry about most. Is that I don't think Bill Belichick will be there much longer.
I think Bill will stay there until he wins another ring because Bill wants to show that he can win a ring without Tom Brady.
No, I
He's
bet
got
you
a huge
Bill,
ego, man.
I
I don't
bet you.
think this is a Shaq Kobe thing, though. I don't think this is a thing where they both win a ring separated. I think this is a one wins and one doesn't.
So I bet you Bill Belichick stays there until he passes Don Shula on the all-time wins. He's 48 wins away from passing Don Shula. So
That I could see. I could see that absolutely.
So
Well,
let me.
at this rate, it might take him another 12 years to do
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
But
they might get a Super Bowl before that comes.
let me bring up this comment here from Facebook, like over here. Javier says that Tua didn't even have a preseason and threw him in the fire last year. You can say that. However, he sat for the first 6-7 games of the season. And if you want to go that route, Combs' boy from the Chargers, he got thrown in the
But
fire.
they weren't. He did get thrown in the fire too without
He
a preseason
literally
as well,
did.
and he performed really well. However,
they're
he had a better team around him. He had a better
Can you imagine
offense
how
around him.
that conversation went?
But
Hey, so I know you weren't prepared to start today, but
Yeah.
old Doc in the back just punctured Tyrod's
your uncle
lung.
just punctured Tyrod Taylor's lung.
So it's time. Get your helmet on. You got to go in.
I think that Tua was raw last year. I don't think Tua was ready last year.
No.
I didn't like them drafting him so high. When they drafted him, I said this is going to be a problem. It's not going to be a good draft pick. And but I think that they are built. I think that the coaching staff there will do a good job of adjusting to his play style. And I think that they're going to set him up to succeed, and they've got the pieces in place. Miami's going to be a good team. I feel bad for Dolphins fans, as I see Javier here as a Dolphins fan.
Yep.
I mean, first they had to deal with New England dominating, and now they've got the Buffalo Bills. And the Buffalo Bills are not going away anytime soon. And they are going to be good for a long time. So, I mean, they might lose another 4 Super Bowls in a row, but